Hello and welcome back to What to Eat Over 60, the channel dedicated to empowering you to live your healthiest, most vibrant life. Are you ready for a mind-blowing fact? By the time you hit 80, your muscle mass might be cut in half. That's right, half. This isn't just about losing a bit of strength. It's about sarcopenia, a devastating condition that robs millions worldwide of their independence. We're talking over 50 million seniors affected, and more than 300,000 hospitalizations annually due to falls caused by muscle weakness. K. But here's the incredible part. Groundbreaking research like that published in the Journal of Physiology is debunking the myth that such a significant decline is inevitable. While many in their 70s struggle with basic tasks like getting out of a chair or climbing stairs, some individuals in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s possess the strength, function, and even the appearance of someone decades younger. They remain fully independent, outperforming people half their age in strength tests, continuing to play sports and hike mountains. So, what's their secret? What are these amazing individuals doing differently? Researchers at the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Medical School have uncovered key strategies that can significantly delay, or even reverse, age-related muscle loss, and 93% of seniors don't know about them. Many doctors even give advice that contradicts what science proves is essential for maintaining strength as we age. Let's dive into the powerful habits that can help you reclaim your muscle mass and independence, even in your golden years. If you find this health education video helpful, please give us a like and subscribe for more valuable content. And let us know in the comments where you're watching from. 1. Harness hormetic stress. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger and more muscular. This is perhaps the most counterintuitive secret of superagers. Hormetic stressors are special forms of stress that, in controlled doses, actually benefit your body. It's the phenomenon of hormesis. Compounds harmful in high concentrations become beneficial at lower exposures. Essentially, what doesn't kill you truly makes you stronger, especially when it comes to your muscles. Research from the Buck Institute for Research on Aging shows that even those in their 80s can maintain and improve muscle function and growth by activating cellular defense mechanisms in response to brief exposure to specific stimuli. The primary hormetic stressor superagers use is temperature variability. Cold exposure. Short bursts of cold, like ending your shower with 30 to 60 seconds of cold water, or a quick plunge into cold water. Activate adiponectin, a hormone that prevents muscle tissue breakdown. It also boosts mitochondrial biogenesis and activates brown fat. Heat exposure, just like cold. Hot baths and saunas activate heat shock proteins that protect and repair muscle fibers. A Finnish study found that 10 years of sauna use was linked to a 40% reduction in muscle loss compared to non-users. 4 to 7 sauna sessions per week are considered beneficial. 2. Embrace intermittent fasting. Cleanse and boost your muscles. The second hormetic stressor is intermittent fasting, or time-restricted eating. Superagers limit their daily food intake to a small 8 to 10-hour window to improve muscle quality and promote autophagy. A cellular cleansing process. Research from the Salk Institute indicates this method can increase muscle mitochondrial activity by up to 10% in just 12 weeks without weight loss. 3. Master isometrics. Short, powerful muscle contractions. The third hormetic stressor involves brief but intense muscle contractions. A prime example is overcoming isometrics, where superagers push or pull against an immovable object at maximum effort for 5 to 10 seconds without overloading their joints. These short, powerful contractions interact with muscle cells to maintain their size and activity. These stressors are potent because of their unusual nature. They must be brief, followed by ample recovery time. When these regulated stressors are applied correctly, they activate longevity genes like sirtuins and FOXO, primarily responsible for maintaining muscle mass as we age. Start gradually until you build tolerance. You want to stress your system beneficially, not overload it. 4. Optimize protein timing. Fuel your muscles all day long. While seniors are often concerned about their overall protein intake, research indicates that timing might be even more crucial. Scientists use the term anabolic resistance to describe the progressive decline in protein utilization that accompanies aging. According to research in the Journal of Nutrition, seniors should spread their protein intake throughout the day rather than consuming it all at once, as is commonly believed. Here's the critical point: approximately 3 to 4 hours after each meal, your muscles get an opportunity to synthesize protein. Most seniors don't get enough protein throughout the day to build muscle because they mistakenly consume all their protein at dinner. The best approach: aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein at each meal spaced throughout the day. So, try eggs, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie for breakfast instead of cereal or toast. Continue this trend into lunch and dinner with lean meats, fish, dairy, or plant-based protein sources like beans and lentils. This scheduling strategy alone can boost muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%. Compared to eating the same amount of protein concentrated in fewer meals without changing any other lifestyle components. Participants in a 12-week University of Texas study gained an average of 1.2 pounds of muscle by simply optimizing protein timing. 5. Prioritize vitamin D. The muscle vitamin you're probably lacking. Did you know that over 80% of the older population is deficient in the so-called muscle vitamin? Vitamin D deficiency, a silent killer of strength, is incredibly common in older adults. Let me explain why. Vitamin D is essential for more than just bone nutrition. Harvard University researchers found that vitamin D stimulates genes involved in muscle synthesis and growth. Your cells have vitamin D receptors that, when activated, initiate mechanisms that help you build and maintain muscle mass. A breakthrough study published in JAMA Internal Medicine revealed that older adults with higher vitamin D levels had 25% more muscle strength than those with low levels. They also demonstrated significantly better balance, coordination, and reaction time, all crucial for preventing falls. While superragers almost always have optimal levels above 40 nanograms per milliliter. A vitamin D deficiency is defined as levels below 20 nanograms per milliliter. What are the most effective methods of vitamin D supplementation? Although beneficial, sun exposure becomes less efficient as we age. Our skin's ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight decreases by 50% between the ages of 20 and 65, while the average daily requirement of 600 international units is unfortunately insufficient. Most seniors need supplementation. Research suggests that most seniors need 2,000 to 4,000 international units per day to achieve acceptable levels, though this should be adjusted based on blood testing. Also, eat foods high in vitamin D, such as fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified milk. If possible, try to get 15 to 20 minutes of direct midday sun exposure. A word of caution due to the synergistic effect of vitamin D. Low levels of vitamin K2, found in fermented foods and some animal products, prevent calcium from reaching the arteries and instead encourage bones to use it. High doses of vitamin D supplements can cause arterial calcification. Your success may depend on this little-known but important vitamin-nutrient interaction. Ask your doctor for a blood test to determine the amount of vitamin D your body requires. Then try to maintain levels above 40 milligrams per milliliter to prevent Muscle atrophy, *6. Control daily inflammation. Quell the silent muscle destroyer, *. What do exceptionally strong older adults have in common? Interestingly, their inflammation levels are typically quite low. Inflammation, a term used to describe low-grade chronic inflammation, has recently been identified by researchers as a major contributing factor to the decline of muscle mass in older adults. This silent inflammatory process breaks down muscle protein faster than the body can replenish it. Not only that, but anabolic signals that typically encourage muscle growth in response to exercise and protein intake are inhibited by inflammation. *A. Breakthrough study from Tufts University found that older adults with the greatest inflammatory markers lost muscle mass 3 times faster than those with the lowest levels, regardless of their protein intake or exercise habits. Superagers maintaining youthful strength use specific anti-inflammatory strategies that most older adults don't know about. Prioritize quality sleep. They achieve restorative sleep by sleeping in a completely dark room and going to bed at the same time each night. Sleep deprivation can accelerate muscle loss by up to 40% by increasing inflammatory cytokines. Monitor gut health. They closely monitor the state of their digestive joints. According to recent research from the University of California, aging-related changes in gut microbiota are a direct source of systemic inflammation. Superagers' diets include fermented foods, yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and over 30 different plant foods per week, including diverse sources of fiber from daily and natural probiotics. Strategic exercise intensity. While consistent movement is important, older adults should avoid intense exercise as it can exacerbate inflammation. Typical superagers exercise moderately most days, interspersing brief bursts of intense activity once or twice a week. Eat anti-inflammatory foods. They regularly consume polyphenol-rich foods, anti-aging berries, green tea, extra virgin olive oil, curcumin, turmeric, omega-3 fatty acids, and 2 to 3 grams of these anti-inflammatory chemicals from fatty fish or supplements. Researchers at the University of California found that age-related changes in gut bacteria can cause inflammatory markers to increase by up to 29% in just 12 weeks. You can monitor inflammation using a blood test that detects high-sensitivity C-reactive protein HSCP. Superagers typically maintain levels around 1.0 milligrams per liter, in contrast to the typical senior whose levels are 3 to 5 times higher. 7. The power of resistance training. The anti-aging drug you need. Finally, the most powerful anti-aging drug ever discovered, resistance exercise, progressively developed over time. Tufts University experts have identified this as the most important habit that sets incredibly strong 8-year-olds apart from their peers. Your muscles operate on a use-it-or-lose-it principle. You have to challenge them progressively to keep them going. For walks, doing water aerobics, or using the same small weights every week won't be enough to maintain muscle mass after age 60. What makes superagers' approach special? Focus on intensity, not duration. A McMaster University study found that older adults gained more muscle after 2 weeks of high-intensity resistance training to failure than after 5 weeks of moderate-intensity exercise. The most important step is achieving what exercise physiologists call temporary muscular failure, which occurs when you can't perform another repetition with proper form. This provides powerful anabolic signals that stimulate muscle protein synthesis for up to 72 hours after exercise. Embrace compound movements. Superagers emphasize complex movements that simultaneously engage multiple muscle groups. Modified versions of squats, deadlifts, rows, presses, and pulls should be designed with their mobility and joint health in mind. These movements elicit a stronger hormonal response than single-joint exercises, like leg extensions or bicep curls. Asterisk, progressive. Overload. This involves gradually increasing the level of difficulty over time. Your muscles adapt to whatever stress you put them under, so using the same weights month after month results in stagnation. Superagers log their workouts and challenge themselves to complete a little bit more each time. Asterisk, emphasize eccentric. Phase. They stress the eccentric or lowering aspects of exercises, which have been shown to be particularly beneficial for older adult muscle strength. Slowly lowering weights increases the force exerted on muscles while reducing the impact on joints. Surprisingly, this technique is effective even for those in a hurry. Asterisk, a breakthrough study from the University of Alabama found that older adults who embarked on a 12-week program of progressive resistance training gained an average of 3.3 pounds of muscle and increased their strength by 35%. These remarkable changes were accompanied by improvements in blood glucose regulation, bone density, and cognitive performance. Asterisk, so, what's the most common mistake of retirees? Many people believe that resistance training is too dangerous or outdated. For them, the real concern is that resistance training is necessary to prevent further muscle loss, which increases the risk of falls, frailty, and other problems on its own. If you only do one thing from this video, make progressive resistance training a habit. Meet with a trainer first to ensure you're doing everything correctly. Then, increase the intensity to a level appropriate for your fitness. A 30-minute session once a week can make a huge difference in how you age. Asterisk. These are the 7 research-backed strategies that explain why some 80-year-olds maintain exceptional muscle strength. Start with one habit you can easily develop today and progress to others. The long-term benefits will be a result of the effort you put in today to increase your strength and freedom. Asterisk, now it's your turn to speak up. Do you have any of these 7 habits? Which moment surprised you the most, if any? Do you have an older person in your life who is incredibly strong for their age? Let us know about you and your ideas in the comments section below. Asterisk, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to What to Eat over 64 more empowering health content. See you next time.